What's up, YouTube? It's Joel here. Yes, we have a fourth stimulus check update with now more than 95 lawmakers pushing for another round of stimulus checks. And the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, has given us a timeline and when we can expect for this bill to pass with some more checks. Also, there are some people who are about to get a $15,600 stimulus check. I can't believe it. I don't think you will either, but it's true. We'll get to it in a moment. We have a boost to Social Security coming at the end of this year and also for next year. So that's so awesome for our friends on Social Security. But there's a lot of stimulus that's coming out. I don't know about you, but these stimulus checks are pretty spaced out, and I want to help somebody out on this channel. So let's work together and do our own giveaway on this channel. If we can get to 5,000 likes on this video, I'm going to give away $350 to someone on this channel. So stay tuned to see what to do to enter. And I just want to say to everyone, y'all are so awesome. I love seeing your comments and likes on these videos. So let's keep it up. And do me a quick favor and click that like button for me and my longtime friend, the YouTube algorithm. We really appreciate it. This is all possible because of your support. We are going to be seeing two more bills passed this year from the Democrats. The Senate parliamentarian has allowed the Democrats to be able to pass two more budget reconciliation bills this year. We've got Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who has said that the Democrats' summer push for the infrastructure and jobs legislation will likely be split into two separate bills with the goal of wrapping up both of them before Congress's August recess. A lot are wondering, what does these four stimulus checks have to do with infrastructure, and are they even going to be put in? And whether you think so or not, it's a matter of adding what the Democrats want to add to the bill. I mean, if we go back, what did the stimulus checks have to do with budget reconciliation that was passed back in March? So when we think about these new stimulus checks coming forward, this is really good news on the timeline. If they're able to throw in some extra goodies, get some more checks out to Americans, they're going to do that, and they have a way to do that, getting more relief to Americans. Right now, the number is climbing. And it started off with 9, and now it's over 95 lawmakers are urging Biden to add stimulus checks to the infrastructure package. They are continuing to put the pressure on him, just like they did with the student loan cancellations. Because at first, remember, Biden said, I'm only going to cancel $10,000 in student loans for borrowers. And now this guy is looking into how he can cancel $50,000 in student loans for borrowers. So them putting more pressure on him is working for getting the stuff they want to get done. So they're going to be following the same suit of getting more direct stimulus checks added to this upcoming bill. President Joe Biden on Wednesday pushed back against Republican criticism, saying that his American Jobs Plan was going beyond funding traditional infrastructure and sought to redefine the meaning of the word to encompass more than just roads and bridges. Biden said the idea of infrastructure has always evolved to meet the aspirations of the American people and their needs, and it's evolving again today. So not only is he changing the way infrastructure is defined, but he's trying to push America into the future through all this new spending. Now, granted, we've been spending trillions of dollars to stay afloat during this pandemic, but now it's time to build upon that for the future. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Most likely, this would have been done even if there wasn't so much spending that took place this past year. But now he said he's going to, like he said during his inauguration, that he wanted to unify America and push us into the future to compete with other world powers and bring together the parties of like the Republicans and the Democrats. Because we all know they don't get along and they always basically want to tear each other's heads off when it comes to anything, and I mean anything that needs to get done through Congress. So President Biden on Wednesday said he is open to compromise with Republicans on how to pay for his approximately $2 trillion jobs and infrastructure package. but he insisted that inaction was unacceptable. So basically saying, you're going to either jump on board or not. I'm going to do something whether you're on board or not. Now, are they going to compromise with him? Probably not. Does that make the Republicans the bad guys? Nope. Because the Democrats did the exact same thing 3 years ago. It's literally a back and forth with these parties. Every 3 to 4 years, we are waiting for them to hash it out in order to get things done and help us Americans out. Already, Mitch McConnell, the Senate Minority Leader, says he is not budging when it comes to supporting this new stimulus package. And literally everything that comes from the Democrats to the Republicans, they're putting a firm hand against and saying, nope, we're not for it. We won't get any, you're not going to get any of our votes. And so they're so far apart in what they believe that needs to be done. And that's why Chuck Schumer said, I ain't wasting no time. And he said, yeah, we're going to go ahead and go through that budget reconciliation process again and get the new stimulus packages passed. Because if they're going to be trying to count on the Republicans to get the votes, it ain't going to happen. But he said, but we need more than just one stimulus checks that are sent out every 5 or so months. And even the statistics are showing it. You in the comments section are saying it, that it really doesn't help when it's, okay, let's get the stimulus check this month, and then we're going to wait 5 or 6 months. Bills are due every single month, every week, not every 5 to 6 months. You've got millions of Americans that remain in financial distress they say with about 4 in 10 people saying their income remains below its pre-pandemic levels, according to a recent survey from TransUnion. Unemployment remains elevated, especially in low-wage industries such as food services, hospitality, where the demand is still lagging amid the rising coronavirus rates because they're still not allowed to be open, so those people can't work. A lot of people are saying, who's going to pay for this? Where's the money coming from? So when it came to that $1.9 trillion stimulus plan that was passed in March of this year, the cost, which was went straight to the national debt. And the White House said that it's going to look to pass the new infrastructure plan through tax hikes on businesses and corporations. So Biden said this. He said, here you have 51 corporations of the Fortune 500, companies that haven't paid a single penny in taxes for the past 3 years. He said, come on, man, let's get real. So they plan to raise taxes on those corporations and businesses. They also plan to raise taxes on anyone making over $400,000 or more per year. So in terms of getting the money, they said they got a plan. And right now, it's crazy. In some states, the taxes for those wealthy individuals are as high as 60+% if you include the state and local taxes. I don't know about y'all, but when somebody's making that much money, it's a lot. There's a lot of work that goes in, a lot of hours. It's not easy to make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year, or else everybody be doing it. Everybody be making it. But the median income in the United States is between $40,000 to $60,000. So when you look at a person who's making that much money and saying, okay, now all the dollars I make past that, you're going to be taking like 60+% of that of my checks, basically saying for every dollar I make, you're basically taking like 60 cents. So I'm making less than 40 cents per dollar. And of course, they got a lot of money, but that's not the point. The point is we got to get to a point where things are fair. People that make that much money, they didn't make it by mistake. They made it because they worked hard. They put in the time. They had the idea. They got the schooling. And so in terms of growing the United States and bettering everybody, they should have plans where everybody has the opportunities to go and work hard and put in the time in order to make that much money. And whenever the more that we raise the actual median income for the entire United States, in terms of it being between just 40 and 60,000, if it was 70 or 80,000, then we would have more than enough money to cover the national debt, to pay what we need to pay and get things done and push us into the future. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, because be honest with me. If you were making $500,000 a year, and remember, it's It's the if anything over 400,000. So basically, you make 500,000 a year. If for that 100,000 that's over 400,000, you would be taxed at say like maybe 45-50% if you got state and local taxes. Would you be okay with that? Would you be cool with that? For those still watching, I really appreciate it. So to qualify for that $350 giveaway for this video specifically, because I'm doing this for like every video, we've got to first get to 5,000 likes. So the first things first, number one, you have to be subscribed to the channel, which I'm going to verify. Number two, you've got to like this video, which I'll also verify. And number three, comment on this video on what you think about the tax situation. Let me know what you think. Hope we get to 5,000 likes. So now on to those that are going to qualify for those $15,600 stimulus checks. And yes, they are real. This is going to be for those who are living in New York. This is going to be given to as a one-time payment to illegal immigrants who lost their job during the COVID pandemic and have not received any federal aid such as like stimulus checks or unemployment aid. Again, $15,600 one-time payment to illegal immigrants who couldn't receive federal aid. Now we don't know if these illegals are paying taxes or not, or what's their status because they're undocumented, but New York lawmakers have voted for this to pass this week, and this will happen. It's already been passed. You know, there's a lot of people, I see it in the comments, that around here we're looking for those $1,400 stimulus checks, and there are so many Americans, millions of Americans, that need help. And something like this happens, it starts to make you wonder, what's going on? Like, are you serious? Like, could we give bigger stimulus checks to families? Could we give them more? In terms of us getting our stimulus checks, we need to make sure that those that are paying taxes, those that are, Americans, we live in America, we want to make a way for those immigrants to be able to do what's right, to get in the right path, but at the same time, too, we got to take care of Americans. And so let me know what you think about that in the comments. But we do have some good news, is that those on Social Security can expect to see a boost this year and next year to their cost of living adjustment, on top of what Biden also wants to do to reform Social Security. Biden says he wants to give back to Americans and make sure that no one that is American is living below the poverty line. Right now, the average monthly payout for Social Security recipients is around $1,500. And so in 2021, the cost of living expense living adjustment went up like 1.3%. There's legislation that is being added that's going to be adding an additional $200 boost to that monthly income to Social Security recipients. That's more of a boost to help some people out. This is something that Biden pushed during his campaign, and they look to pass it by the end of this year with their new stimulus packages that are being worked on. So we can expect for there to be some changes, some big changes to Social Security, with Biden wanting to reform the entire program. So that's your stimulus and economic news update. Let me know what you think about it on the comments. Let me know your thoughts on what should be done concerning stimulus checks, reoccurring stimulus checks, and what we're spending on. I love the comment section of these videos, because we're real people going through real life, and it's good to get out there and, get them ideas out there and spark some thought, because you never know what can happen. But don't forget, this channel is about growing and learning and building our own wealth. Investing and getting to financial freedom is very important, and we should all strive for that. So take the leap of faith. Start investing. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section, and I promise I'll answer them. But what you can first do, though, is start investing. It's super easy. Get you 2 free stocks with Webull, or if you prefer Robinhood. These are super easy trading platforms. The links for those are down in the description. You get these 2 free stocks on these super easy platforms to trade on, and I'm telling you, it gets your mind going in the right direction to grow wealth. And it's free money. It gets you started on the path to wealth, and trust me, I'm going to help you through this. You got questions, I'm going to answer them. Those links are down in the description. Let me know which free stocks you get, because remember, it's free money. Those stocks are money. You can get those free stocks, sell them, and then you got cash. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all stimulus and economic news that affects you learning how to build some wealth. This is Joe with True Life Investing. Until next time, peace out.